Hi everyone, day 25th on the tikuney HaZohar marathon. Let's start reading. כולו יתקראו על שם צבא לאלה, איש לא נדע מחושבנה, ושכינתה בגלותה בזמנה, דיו מרחקה ועלה מינה לזמנן, התפרנסת על ידי שליח, לזמנין על ידי אבן, לזמנין על ידי ימין, לזמנין על ידי הבעל, לזמנין על ידי בנים, לזמנין על ידי הצדיק, וכולה יהיה בעלה, דיו וו. הוא בן אבא ואמא בן יא, וחד הוא בן אבא ואמא נחית לפרנסה, על ידי אבא ואמא, וחד נחית בן תרין דרואין, דיו בעון שיט פריקין נחית לפרנסה, ביטרין דרואין, וחד נחית בגופה, דיו יעקב נחית למזונה, על ידי חד נחית ביטרין שוקין, עניון שוקיו עמודי 6, דיו בעון וו, פרקין נחיתה למזונה, על ידי ובחד נחית בצדיק, נחית למזונה על ידי וחד נחית בה להתחה בערבב באילה, צריך לנח את המזונה לה על ידי שליחה בעלמה אלא על ידה, וחד נפיק הסתלקה עד אין סוף דיו אי. So it's very in length article about sustenance, about abundance and how to draw it in relation to its seed level, especially in Rosh Hashanah. We know that our sustenance, our abundance for the upcoming year is determined. So let me read you a little bit and share with you like an interesting story. והשכינה, מלכות שהוא בגלות זמן שבעלה זה ינפין רחוק ממנה לפעמים פרססת על ידי שליח. Says that the moment the Shekhinah is in exile, her husband is Zeranpin, is far away from her. So at times it's receiving its sustenance through a messenger. The reason is that Shekhinah was made to go down to exile to guard her son, which is humanity. And Chitzonim, the external forces won't be able to recognize it. This is the reason it's wearing the klipot, and that's the reason it's actually receiving the sustenance through a messenger. And at times it's receiving its sustenance through the three fathers, which is Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac. At times through supernal mother, which is Binah. At times through supernal father, which is Chokhmah. And at times through the son, which is Netzach Ve'od. And at times through this, what we call the tzaddik, the righteous, which is the level of Yesod. And all those lights are being given to Malchut, Ba'ala, which is her husband, which is the Vav of Zeranpin, which is between father and mother. So how can we make sure that sustenance bestow upon us from what we call the chamber of free gifts on Rosh Hashanah? So I want to share with you an interesting story that I just heard. So there was this poor person that never permitted himself to buy coffee and a cake outside. Never going out. He say, why should I do that? It's going to cost a certain amount, let's say $10, and I can save this $10 by drinking and eating at home. But once he was like walking in the street, he got a severe headache. He was very hungry and thirsty, and he said, you know what, maybe I should treat myself for the first time and eat something outside. He's looking around and doesn't see any cafe. Suddenly he see this luxurious hotel. So he decided to go in, imagining that probably there is a cafe place there. And he's entering there and he's asking for coffee and cake. And he's ordering. The waiter is very kind and say, yes, absolutely, with pleasure. You see this place is so fancy, chandeliers, fancy carpeting wall to wall, furniture made out of gold and things like that. But before that, he remembered saying, maybe I should ask him the price for it. So he asked him the price, and the waiter is telling, for the coffee, it's $50, and for the cake, it's $90. She said, wow, what are you talking about? Wow, why are those like such high prices for coffee and a cake? You know? He said, listen, when you come to this luxurious hotel, you don't just pay for the coffee, you pay for the atmosphere, you pay for the whole investment. You see the piano player decide we also need to pay his salary too. So this is how it goes. You know what, forget about it. I'd rather stay with my headache and find another way. As he going outside, he see a bunch of waitress outside the hotel in the alley, and he see that they drinking coffee and they having cakes, and he recognized them because they're wearing the uniform of the hotel. So he's going towards them. He said, what's going on here with you? I don't know how, as waitress, you can really afford the prices of the coffee and the cakes of this hotel. Either you are wasting all your salaries over them, or you're getting a very high salary. So one of the waiters was very kind, so he explained them. He said, because we are committing ourselves to be the servant of the hotel, and to serve all its guests and all the people that coming by. Because of that, we get whatever we need. So what is really the conclusion of this story? So we're comparing that hotel to the chamber of the Creator. It says that the moment someone is committing to be the servant of the Creator, helping the Creator to manifest the thought of creation in the world, everything is actually being provided to him. So we just need to see how we can commit ourselves sincerely. Of course, it's not like you cannot fake it. If you promise this year, it's like that you're going to commit yourself to be the servant of the light and help to bring the light to the world. Your promise that all your sustenance will be taken care of. So have an amazing day. Looking forward to see you tomorrow.